A soft sea washed around the house, a sea of summer air, and rose and fell the magic planks that sailed without a care for captain, was the butterfly for helmsman, was the bee, and an entire universe for the delighted crew. The lovely flowers embarrass me. They make me regret I am not a bee. Nature is a haunted house, but art is a house that tries to be haunted. Find ecstasy in life. The mere sense of living is joy enough. If I read a book and it makes my whole body so cold no fire can ever warm me, I know that is poetry. Wild nights, were I with thee, wild nights should be our luxury. Futile the winds to a heart in port, done with the compass, done with the chart. Rowing in Eden, the sea. My time more tonight in thee. This is my letter to the world that never wrote to me. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody, too? Then there's a pair of us, don't tell. They banish us, you know. How dreary to be somebody. How public, like a fraud to tell your name the livelong day to an admiring bot. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. The heart wants what it wants, or else it does not care. Morning without you is a dwindled dawn. Love, thou art veiled, a few behold thee smile, and alter and prattle, and die bliss were an oddity without thee, nicknamed by God eternity. Saying nothing sometimes says the most. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. Bring me the sunset in a cup. The dearest ones of time, the strongest friends of the soul, books. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. The soul should always stand ajar, ready to welcome the ecstatic experience. To live is so startling it leaves little time for anything else. A word is dead when it is said, some say. I say it just begins to live that day. Forever is composed of no's. Not knowing when the dawn will come, I open every door. A little madness in the spring is wholesome even for the king. If I read a book and it makes my whole body so cold no fire can ever warm me, I know that is poetry. If I feel physically as if the top of my head were taken off, I know that is poetry. These are the only ways I know it. Is there any other way? Beauty is not caused. It is. Pardon my sanity in a world insane. Dogs are better than human beings because they know but do not tell. I know nothing in the world that has as much power as a word. Sometimes I write one and I look at it until it begins to shine. Dreams are well, but waking's better. If one wake at morn, if one wake at midnight, better dreaming of the dawn. I died for beauty, but was scarce adjusted in the tomb, when one who died for truth was lain in an adjoining room. He questioned softly why I failed. For beauty, I replied, and I for truth, themself are one, we brethren are, he said. Heart, we will forget him, you and I, tonight. You must forget the warmth he gave, I will forget the light. Truth is so rare, it is delightful to tell it. There is no frigate like a book to take us lands awane, or any cursors like a page of prancing poetry. This traverse may the poorest take without a press of toll. How frugal is the chariot that bears a human soul. Hold dear to your parents, for it is a scary and confusing world without them. Phosphorescence. Now there's a word to lift your hat to, define that phosphorescence, that light within, that's the genius behind poetry. I don't profess to be profound, but I do lay claim to common sense. We turn not older with years, but newer every day. One need not be a chamber to be haunted. I am out with lanterns, looking for myself. I felt it shelter to speak to you. A great hope fell, you heard no noise, the ruin was within. Life is a spell so exquisite that everything conspires to break it. Unable are the loved to die, for love is immortality. We never know how high we are till we are called to rise. Then if we are true to form, our statures touch the skies. That I shall love always, I argue thee that love is life, and life hath immortality. They might not need me, but they might. I'll let my head be just in sight. A smile as small as mine might be precisely their necessity. But a book is only the heart's portrait, every page a pulse. A near can break a human heart as quickly as a spear. We wish the ear had not a heart so dangerously near. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life the aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. We outgrow love, like other things, and put it in the drawer till it in antique fashion shows like costumes grandsires wore. Parting is all we know of heaven, and all we need of hell. Love is interior to life, posterior to death, initial of creation, and the exponent of breath. Write me of hope and love, and hearts that endure. A wounded deer leaps the highest. If you were coming in the fall, I'd brush the summer by, with half a smile and half a spurn, as housewives do a fly. If I could see you in a year, I'd win the months in balls, and put them each in separate drawers, until their time befalls. How do most people live without any thought? There are many people in the world. You must have noticed them in the street. How do they live? How do they get strength to put on their clothes in the morning? I must go in. The fog is rising. Judged inderly of me. I tasted life. Behavior is what a man does, not what he thinks, feels, or believes. The sun just touched the morning. The morning, happy thing, supposed that he had come to dwell, and life would be all spring. She died, this was the way she died, and when her breath was done, took up her simple wardrobe and started for the sun. Her little figure at the gate the angels must have spied, since I could never find her upon the mortal side. Who has not found the heaven below will fail of it above. My love for those I love, not many, not very many, but don't I love them so? Much madness is given sense to a discerning eye, much sense the starkest madness. T is the majority in this, as all prevails. Assent, and you are sane. Demur, you re-straightway dangerous, and handled with a chain. 'Tis not that being hurts us so, 'tis living hurts us more. He ate and drank the precious words, his spirit grew robust. He knew no more that he was poor, nor that his frame was dust. He danced along the dingy days, and this bequest of wings was but a book. What liberty a loosened spirit brings. To make a prairie it takes a clover and one bee, one clover and a bee, and reverie. The reverie alone will do, if bees are few. Anger as soon as fed is dead, 'tis starving makes it fat. The possible slow fuse is lit by the imagination. That love is all there is all we know of love. There's a certain slant of light on winter afternoons that oppresses, like the weight of cathedral tunes. Dying is a wild night and a new road. My friends are my estate. To be alive is power. They say that God is everywhere, and yet we always think of him as somewhat of a recluse. The brain is wider than the sky, for, put them side by side, the one the other will include with ease, and you beside. I am nobody. Who are you? Are you a nobody, too? I have been bent and broken, but I hope into a better shape. People need hard times and oppression to develop psychic muscles. In this short life that only lasts an hour, how little is within our power. I can wade grief whole pools of it, I'm used to that, but the least push of joy breaks up my feet, and I tip drunk and let no pebble smile, was the new liquor that was all. I'll tell you how the sun rose, a ribbon at a time. The steeples swam in amethyst, the news like squirrels ran. The hills untied their bonnets, the bobolinks begun. Then I said softly to myself, that must have been the sun. Faith is a fine invention when gentlemen can see, but microscopes are prudent in an emergency. I cannot live with you. It would be life, and life is over there behind the shelf. My best acquaintances are those with whom I spoke no word. To see her is a picture, to hear her is a tune, to know her an intemperance as innocent as June, to know her not affliction, to own her for a friend a warmth as near as if the sun were shining in your hand. Till it has loved, no man or woman can become itself. I felt a cleaving in my mind as if my brain had split. I tried to match it seam by seam, but could not make it fit. Your brain is wider than the sky. Luck is not chance, it's toil. Fortune's expensive smile is earned. Whenever a thing is done for the first time, it releases a little demon. My life closed twice before its close. It yet remains to see if immortality unveil a third event to me, so huge, so hopeless to conceive, as these that twice befell. Parting is all we know of heaven, and all we need of hell. To hope means to be ready at every moment for that which is not yet born, and yet not become desperate if there is no birth in our lifetime. Love is its own rescue, for we, at our supper mast, are but its trembling emblems. I hope you love birds too. It is economical. It saves going to heaven. The truth must dazzle gradually, or every man be blind. To shut your eyes is to travel. They say that home is where the heart is. I think it is where the house is, and the adjacent buildings. A power of butterfly must be the aptitude to fly. Meadows of majesty concedes and easy sweeps of sky. I held a jewel in my fingers and went to sleep. The day was warm, and winds were perceived. I said, "Tea will keep." I woke and chipped my honest fingers. The gem was gone. And now an amethyst remembrance is all I own. The soul selects her own society, then shuts the door to her divine majority present no more. How strange that nature does not knock, and yet does not intrude. Old age comes on suddenly, and not gradually as is thought. Opinion is a fitting thing, but truth outlasts the sun. If then we cannot own them both, possess the oldest one. There is no frigate like a book to take us lands away. A letter always seemed to me like immortality, because it is the mind alone without corporal friend. I lost a world the other day. Has anybody found? You'll know it by the rows of stars around its forehead bound. A rich man might not notice it. Yet to my frugal eye of more esteem than ducats. Oh, find it, sir, for me. The poet lights the light and fades away. But the light goes on and on. Conventionality is not morality. Self-righteousness is not religion. Espousing the former is not defending the latter. One need not be a chamber to be haunted. One need not be a house. The brain has corridors surpassing material place. Inebriate of air am I, and debauchee of dew, reeling through endless summer days from ends of molten blue. You ask of my companions, hills, sir, and the sun down, and a dog as large as myself. Celebrity is the chastisement of merit and the punishment of talent. If your nerve deny you, go above your nerve. November always seemed to me the Norway of the year. A charm invests a face imperfectly beheld. The lady dare not lift her veil for fear it be dispelled, but peers beyond her mesh, and wishes, and denies, lest interview annul a want that image satisfies. I hope your rambles have been sweet, and your reveries spacious. Till I loved I never liked enough. The heart is the capital of the mind. The mind is a single state. The heart and the mind together make a single continent. One is the population numerous enough. This ecstatic nation, seek it is yourself. The truth I do not dare to know, I muffle with a jest. Fame is a fickle food upon a shifting plate, whose table once a guest, but not the second time, is set, whose crumbs the crows inspect, and with ironic cough lap past it to the farmer's corn. Men eat of it and die. The bustle in a house the morning after death is sole mist of industries enacted upon earth. The sweeping up the heart and putting love away we shall not want to use again until eternity. A precious, mouldering pleasure is to meet an antique book in just the dress his century wore. A privilege, I think. Success is counted sweetest by those who ne'er succeed. I see thee better in the dark, I do not need a light. To see the summer sky is poetry, though never in a book it light true poems flee. Tell all the truth, but tell its land. I wonder if it hurts to live, and if they have to try, and whether, could they choose between, they would not rather die. We never know how high we are till we are called to rise. And then, if we are true to plan, our statures touch the skies. The heroism we recite would be a daily thing, did not ourselves the cubits warp for fear to be a king. Some keep the Sabbath going to church, I keep it, staying at home with a bobolink for a chorister and an orchard for a dome. I never saw a moor, I never saw the sea, yet know I how the heather looks, and what a wave must be. I never spoke with God, nor visited in heaven, yet certain am I of the spot as if the chart were given. This is the hour of lead remembered, if outlived, as freezing persons recollect the snow, first chill, then stupor, then the letting go. I hide myself within my flower that wearing on your breast, you, unsuspecting, wear me too, and angels know the rest. I hide myself within my flower that, fading from your vase, you, unsuspecting, feel for me almost a loneliness. A death blow is a life blow to some who, till they died, did not alive become, who, had they lived, had died, but when they died, vitality begun. I heard a fly buzz when I died. The stillness in the room was like the stillness in the air between the heaves of storm. How happy is the little stone that rambles in the road alone, and doesn't care about careers, and exigencies never fears, whose coat of elemental brown a passing universe put on, and independent as the sun, associates or glows alone, fulfilling absolute decree in casual simplicity. God preaches, a noted clergyman, and the sermon is never long. So instead of getting to heaven, At last I'm going, all along. I never hear the word escape without a quicker blood, a sudden expectation, a flying attitude. Never hear of prisons brawled by soldiers battered down, but I tug childish at my bars, only to fail again. There is a solitude of space, a solitude of sea, a solitude of death, but these societies shall be compared with that profounder sight, that polar privacy, a soul admitted to itself, finite infinity. The face we choose to miss, be it but for a day as absent as 100 years when it has rode away. Surgeons must be very careful when they take the knife. Underneath their fine incisions stirs the culprit, life. The sweets of pillage can be known to no one but the thief. Compassion for integrity is his divinest grief. More than the grave is closed to me the grave, and that eternity to which the grave adheres I cling to nowhere till life all the crash of nothing, yet of all how similar appears. The blunder is to estimate, eternity is then, we say, as of a station. Meanwhile he is so near, he joins me in my ramble, divides abode with me. No friend have I that so persists as this eternity. A vastness, as a neighbor, came, a wisdom, without face or name, a peace, as hemispheres at home, and so the night became. If fames impel these astral ones, the ones allowed to know that which makes them as forgot as dawn forgets them now. Since then 'tis centuries, and yet feels shorter than the day I first surmised the horses' heads were toward eternity. It is such a little thing to weep, so short a thing to sigh, and yet by trades the sighs of these wee men and women die. It might be easier to fail with land in sight than gain my blue peninsula to perish of delight. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all, and sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. The pedigree of honey does not concern the bee. A clover, any time, to him is aristocracy. God is sitting here, looking into my very soul to see if I think right thoughts. Yet I am not afraid, for I try to be right and good, and He knows every one of my struggles. Who has not found the heaven below will fail of it above. God's residence is next to mine, His furniture is love. Presentiment is that long shadow on the lawn indicative that suns go down. The notice to the startled grass that darkness is about to pass. That such have died enables us the tranquiller to die. That such have lived, certificate for immortality. Upon the gallows hung a wretch, too sullied for the hell to which the law entitled him. As nature's curtain fell, the one who bore him tottered in, for this was woman's son. Tea was all I had, she stricken gasped. Oh, what a livid boon. I took one draught of life, I'll tell you what I paid precisely in existence, the market price, they said. There is a word which bears a sword, can pierce an armed man. It hurls its barbed syllables, at once is mute again. But where it fell the save will tell on patriotic day. Some applauded brother gave his breath away, wherever runs the breathless sun, wherever roams the day, there is its noiseless onset, there is its victory. Behold the keenest marksman, the most accomplished shot. Time's sublime's target is a soul forgot. How dreary to be somebody. How public, like a frog, to tell one's name, the livelong June to an admiring bog. Some days retired from the rest in soft distinction lie, the day that a companion came or was obliged to die. To whom the mornings stand for nights, what must the midnights be? Glee, the great storm is over. 4 have recovered the land. 40 gone down together into the boiling sandering, for the scant salvation. Toll, for the bonny souls, neighbor and friend and bridegroom, spinning upon the shoals, how they will tell the shipwreck when winter shakes the door, till the children ask, but the 40? Did they come back? No more than a silence suffuses the story, and a softness the teller's eye. And the children no further question, and only the waves reply.